Hello, my name is Broken Druid, and welcome to my Let's Play series of Old Mod 6 to the Skies. Yeah, well, let's begin. So, Old Mod 6 to the Skies has got quite a good set of mods in there. One of my favourites is Ultimine, which if you press your shortcut key, which I have mine set to, if I remember correctly, I have it set to the left, I forget what that's called, but yeah, it's just to the next to my Z key, next to my shift. Just makes it much easier for me to press, and then you just press it, it highlights everything that you're about to break, and you break it, and it breaks it all at once. And I didn't get a sapling, so that could probably go on to our next point. Ow. Is in the quest tree. You've got these different quests here, and on one of them you've got emergency items. So if you don't get a sapling, you can get it. You just have to wait here for a minute. I'm not going to make you wait here for a minute because that's not good content. So I should see you in 47 seconds. There we are. And one awkward silence later, I have a sapling. So you plant that sapling, and you've got that old mod of twerk for trees. You keep doing that, and you should see the sapling get some bone meal effects on it shortly. There it goes. I was thinking it wasn't on there. Alright, there's a nice big tree. So let me do this first of all to make sure I actually do get a sapling. I'm going to make a crafting table. Chuck that there with the sticks. If you put them in this little L-shaped pan, R-shaped pan, backwards R-shaped pan, you get a crook. And this crook you can use on these, and you get more chances of getting saplings. You also get silkworms, which can be used to get string later on. I can't reach up there, so I'm just going to break this. So Ultimine does use hunger, so you can see my hunger level down there is going down a bit. Luckily we've got an apple. Nom nom nom. Right. You also get a lava bucket and some ice, so you can set yourself a cobblestone generator quite early on, which is nice. What I'm going to do, however, is I'm going to break down my little grass block here, because you see how low down that goes. I'm going to break that down, spread out this grass. There's no need to keep the grass really, because we'll get grass seeds later on once we start sieving for goods. So let me do this, and I shall be back shortly. Okay, dokes. So we've got our little platform set out here. I'm going to break this down into planks, then knock that down again into slabs. So something that's quite good on this is in Britannia you got a thing called a garden of glass, which means you shift right click with an empty hand onto dirt or grass, and you get these little pebbles, which can be made into cobblestone. So I'm going to go straight ahead and make a wand, because this just makes life so much easier. And just place it out like this. Not like that, that is wrong. Break, there. And then, ta-da! We can make ourselves a nice little wider platform. We go 5 blocks out from what this is. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I have played through the majority of this mod pack before. My wand broke. So I have played through the majority of this mod pack before. I will show you my world at a later point, but I thought I really enjoyed playing it, and I've never really made Minecraft videos before, so I'll give it a go. If you like it, please like and subscribe. That's what all the YouTubers say, so obviously they need to do it for some reason. So, also, another thing. I've got a program on my computer which allows me to auto right click. I simply hold a button and blah, that's loud. Okay. That is going to allow me to get a lot of cobblestone quick. So the programs are usually free. If you've got like a higher end mouse as well, they usually have it all built in as part of their software. My mouse does, but I didn't use that software because I already had it pre-installed on my computer. I forget this is a thing. This is quite comfy, really. You also will grow saplings and trees by sprinting, which I think is just a bit quieter than spamming shift. You can also turn your planks back into, your slabs back into planks even. So I'm going to make lots of these, because you can then turn it into a compressed crook, which has more durability, makes things much easier. I'm going to make an axe because I've got enough resources to do so. I should also put everything back into my chest in case I fall off, which I'm prone to do. There we are. Yeah, let's get this all spread out. And there we are. Cool. So now we've got a good little system for growing trees. We just sprint around, whack them with a crook, get all the resources, and then take the wood. Okay, rude. And there we are. So as you can see, my hunger level is going far down, and my apples aren't really going to help much. So when I get to a certain point, I will be making, not that, because 8 apples for that isn't really worth it, but I'll be making this fruit salad, which I will need a cutting board, which is a plank, a stick, a brick, which we can make very shortly. What I'm going to do now though is just put my chest a little bit further away. If you craft this into a crafting station, oh, I'm buzzing, sorry, so unprofessional. If you put your crafting table into your crafting grid, you can turn it into a crafting station. You can also craft it into a slab. I'm going to do this. This means that when you've got a chest, for example, next to it, it will look in that inventory, which is really useful for lower end crafting. I don't want you there, I want you there. So I can split between the two things, and say if I've got a plank in that one, and I want to make, oh, let's put the other planks in there too. So I've got a plank in there, and I want to make some planks, I can shift click and it will take it from the inventories, which just for low end, before you get into refined storage or applied logistics, just makes life a lot easier. Now it's getting dark, which is not good. So what I'm going to do, plant some trees very quickly. I can't, so I'm going to have to twerk. Ouch. Let's twerk. Shouldn't have any mobs spawn, because mobs will spawn about 24 blocks away from you, if I remember correctly. So if I stand on the other side, it could be a problem, but it should be right for now. I'm also going to use these cobblestones to make a furnace. Place that there. I will then burn, oh, you can't burn crooks. Ah, interesting. I will then burn some slabs and turn that into charcoal, so I can put some torches out, and I can also start cooking these silkworms, which can be smelted into cooked silkworms, which don't really do much, but it's better than nothing. Let me just eat these apples. He eats very loudly, doesn't he? So yeah, so at the moment it's just going to be getting a small system sorted out. These pressing a silkworm, by the way, I think I just went right past it and didn't actually explain it. You right click it into a leaf and it will infest it, and that leaf will slowly infest other leaves around it until it will become this white block. Break it with a crook and you get more silkworms and string. And the string can be used to make wool, which can be used to make a bed, which can be used to sleep. I'm sure I didn't need to explain that to you, but there we go. So I'm going to have a snooze, I wake up, and back to the grind. So I've played a few Skyblock maps, like Sky Factory, Project Ozone. I didn't complete Project Ozone, I didn't have enough time in my life, because that was a long one. But I've always enjoyed these types of worlds, so I thought I'll give it a go. So I'll be back shortly. I'm going to get a lot of cobble, but it's going to be very loud, so you probably won't want to hear that. I'll probably put some nice relaxing music. That should be enough for now. Oh, another thing that's quite useful is, I've never seen this before in the mod pack, but I don't know which mod brings it out. I think it's Crafting Tricks. You press K on anything that can be 2x2'd into a system and it will automatically do it, which is just majorly helpful. Likewise, if you're in a crafting bench, you can do it as well to create the compressed version, which is a 3x3. So when you're trying to get, say, dust or sand compressed down, I'm going to turn the music down just a bit. I feel like I didn't do much, even more than there. When you're trying to get, say, compressed cobble or compressed gravel, just makes your life a lot easier. Right, so I do need to sort out my music settings. Blocks. And rerun around. So yeah, I'm going to gather some resources here, just the same resources that I've been gathering whilst talking to you, and I'll be back shortly. And I am back. So I may have got a bit carried away and I made everything kind of pretty. Hey! So I've made these cobblestone brick walls, which you can get from just putting these in a 2x2. Oh, that one. And then, like you would with any kind of brick wall, into a fence. Just makes it look a bit nicer than the plain cobblestone. I put some oak logs around here, just to add a bit of a border. I then stripped them so there's no possibility of me vein mining all of them, which I have done. I have vein mined all of this before and fell to my death, which you want to be careful not to do. Words of wisdom. Okay, and I made some torches. I also checked some of the quests that I had, and I had done this one here, which won't let me click on it now, but it gave me these rewards. So you've got some cooked silkworms there, you've got some birch, jungle, an axe, a sleeping bag. I've got a bone to pick a view pickaxe. It's very sands-like. In any case, what I'm going to try and do now is, before the end of these episodes, or this episode at least, craft all of these. So, are you ready for some very fast working? So I'm easily distracted. I never realised he follows your cursor like that. Anyway, right, so first things first, let's get a crucible. So this is a wooden crucible. Use it with sticks, a slab, and then your logs. And then what you can do I'm actually going to use the lava source I have here because it'll be a lot quicker. And hopefully that should be far enough away from everything to not burn it. Oh, I need that. And break. Yeah. Okay, so you click it and stick. And there we go. Let's craft that up. So what this can be used for, if you place it over a heat source, you can use a torch, but it's like 1 tick a second, whereas lava is like 4 ticks a second, I believe. Let's have a look. Crucible heat sources, 5 ticks a second. So it's 5 times. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's really hot. Ow, ow, ow. I was not expecting that to happen. Oh God. Professional. I'm professional. Let's grab you and see if we can do this to prevent that from happening again. I don't know if that's going to work, but what you do is you put some saplings in it, and that will give you a source of water, basically. So it's going to start making water. If you look at the top left, it will do that, and that's going 5 ticks a second, so it's going to be here for a while. In any case, so we've got the ice, so we have got one source of water, but what we want to do is obviously create like an infinite water source. I'm quickly going to let my dog out because she's starting to whine because she doesn't understand I am doing work. BRBs. I am back and I left the game running and there's snow. That could be a problem. Don't know why it would be a problem, but hey, our water's done. So I grab that water, I place you. Sometimes the the waterlogging blocks can be a bit of a nuisance, but I should just be able to do this. And now I'll cook out. So boosh, then I grab the ice, which is in here, and I go boosh, and I break you. I'm then going to put some torches here, because it will probably melt, will probably freeze if there is snow here. Okay, so you can go. Now, I need to try and, I've done you. Let's get some barrel because, you know, we don't really need a barrel just yet. I'll make one anyway because why not? Where did the logs go? There they are. There are 2. So these barrels basically can be used with saplings. That's the word I was looking for. You can use with saplings. You chuck them in there and they will get turned into dirt. Then now. And that's basically a way of getting more dirt, which I'm not really needing right now. What I will make, however, is a sieve. Sieve? That one. Okay. Can I make more? So one of the good things about the sieves, oh god, that's gonna bug me now. One of the good things about these sieves is you can put them down in a pattern. So if I was to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, I should be able to do 6 at a time. However, I do need 6 meshes, like so. Then I place all of these down. And basically I want to upgrade these as fast as possible, because I see just a normal string mesh when you do gravel, for example. Did I go past gravel? There's gravel. We'll just give you flint. But that flint then can be used on the mesh to make a flint mesh, which will give you all these ores. And then you could upgrade these again and again and again, excuse me, to where you get more when you sieve things. Although the best one, from what I've found in my travels, is the netherite mesh. That just gives you even more. I'm not sure if the emerald gives you some other boost. I haven't noticed as of yet. But yeah. So, what we want to do is we go to our crafting table, press K, and now we get our compressed cobble. I'll probably want some more though, so let me grab some more cobble. And then I want to make a compressed hammer. So a compressed hammer will be made with 9 regular hammers. And a hammer can be used to break cobble down to gravel, then gravel down to sand, then sand down to dust, each of which will give you different resources. But it will take a long time, because if you think about it, right now I've got 4.5 stacks of stuff, or I've got 32 blocks, and it's much quicker to do the 32 blocks than it is to do the whole 4.5 stacks. Do I have my wand still? Yes. The wand also makes this a lot quicker. Then ultimine it, and you've got all your gravel. Another thing you can do when you've got lots of things to sieve is, if you have a block to fill your inventory with, pick up, then throw all your gravel on there. So this way I can't pick up any more, but when I right click, it will pick up the gravel as I use it. So I'm going to be here a while. Unfortunately, they did have it where you could auto click this, but they removed it from the pack because it was causing lag on servers. This is a shame, because this is some of the most tedious stuff you do in a Skyblock world. So I'm going to suffer through the tedium. If you want to go make yourself like a tea or coffee or something, and I'll be back. Just casually sifting gravel. Do. So I'm back. I've just picked up the string meshes from here, and then I'm going to use them with this flint to make flint mesh. So if you're wondering, by the way, how I'm opening up these and having it all load up, so in JEI you've got everything here. If you want to look at a recipe or something, you press R for recipe, and it will show you how it goes. And this little button here, if you shift click and you've got all the items in, it will put it into your crafting table automatically. So if they're in your inventory, you don't have to go like that. It does it all for you automatically. It saves so much time, and I love saving time. But you can also press U for usage, and that will show you what that component can be used in a crafting table. So if I do it with oak, for example, you can see there's 29 pages worth of recipes here. It also shows it can be used for fuel, it can be smelted from all of these blocks here which smelt into coal, starlight crafting, and so on and so forth. You can even hammer it get sawdust, which you can put in here. So if you want to get lots of dirt, I totally didn't forget. If you want lots of dirt, you can then hammer the oak to get that put in, use the saplings, and so on and so forth. But let me get my meshes sorted out, because I went on a bit of a detour in that conversation. Then the next upgrade to these will be iron, but we want to use the iron to make a bucket first, because that is going to make our cobble generator. And we need 3 iron. So what it does, it gives you these pieces, and it also gives you some other resources like coal, flint, lapis. You can even get diamonds, but only from the iron version of this. But we basically want 12 of these, because these, press U, can be put in a 2x2 to make iron ore chunks, which can then be smelted to get iron. They can also be crushed in things like the crushing wheels from Create to get crushed ores. Pulverizer, which I believe is the end page, that one can be used to smelt again to get 2, so you can double it. Or even mechanism, which I do get confused about, can be used to make 3. So you can triple your ore outputs. But for now, we're going to just sieve the fun stuff. This is the content everyone comes here to see. Just like sieve in action right now. Yeah. My dog just yawned right at that point. That was timing. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to make a double chest to keep by my sieves, words, to store everything in, just to make life a bit easier. Now, even more gravel. So I'm not going to make you watch through this. I am going to do this until I get enough iron, and then I'll get back to you. Yeah, I'm back. So what I just did actually was I just broke down some of the gravel. So if I put the gravel down as its compressed form, which again is just a 9x9 of gravel, I then compressed stone hammered it, and I get sand. So I'm actually going to smelt some sand into glass. Probably just about 8 blocks should be enough, because I'm going to need that for the cobblestone generator just here, which will automatically make cobblestone for us. So I don't have to sit here and go, it all does it for me. Can you throw these? No, okay. Again, K automatically puts it in there. But the reason I made a bunch of sand, if you press K again, I'll just do one more block. It turns it into sand, compressed sand, which can be then crushed down to dust, and everybody loves dust. Dust can be meshed or sieved into bone meal, gravel and such, and then when you got your better ones, you can get your redstone and all that from there. So that'll be in the future, but for now, we got our bone meal that we want, because our bone meal can be used in the making of a fired crucible. So for a fired crucible, you need porcelain clay, which is clay, bone meal, and that turns it into porcelain clay, which can then be used like the same recipe for a cauldron into unfired, which can be smelted into this. This then can have cobblestone put into it to make lava when it's over a heat source. So infinite lava, so to speak. Put you in there for now, take you out, put you in there. But the benefit of this is I can then, what I'm going to do is actually move one of these over, is to make clay. I've gone on a massive detour. I was visually smelting this to get, anyway, I have a great attention span, I swear. You can take a bucket of water, put it in a barrel, put dust in it, and you get clay, which can be then used to make clay balls. So, yeah. Waterlogging blocks can be fun, but also annoying. So yeah, I can do that to get a bunch of clay to make my crucible. But anyway, let's break down this gravel and try and get enough iron ore pieces. We're halfway there, so it shouldn't take too much longer. I shall be back to you shortly. And there we are. So now we've got enough iron ore. So I'm just going to chuck everything else into the, I'm going to need you, into the chest. I then press K to get my iron ore pieces. And I'm just going to chuck some wood in there. I know I've got coal there, but that's effort. So I'm going to break down the rest of this gravel whilst I'm waiting for that to smelt. And then we'll get our cobblestone generator going. Oh my god, guys, look, it's snowing. Wow. I'm going to snooze. Because I don't like the snow. It's cold. I don't need this stuff just yet, although we'll do in a second. I then got that. I then make another bucket. I've got my cobble. I've got my glass. So now I need 1 bucket of water. Ooh. You see, what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to save this bucket of lava. So I won't make the cobblestone generator just yet. I'll make the crucible first so I can get another block of lava at 5 times the speed I would if I was to use a torch. Using my brain. That dog is just laying by my feet and she's snoozing, by the way. So if you ever hear a little bit of a snore, that's her. Okay, so we got 7 blocks of, or 7 bone meal words. So now, unfired crucible. Chuck that in our smelter, or furnace. And that will make it into our crucible here. And then you got that there. Chuck that on top. And then chuck cobblestone in. And if you look to the top left, it again is smelting down that cobblestone into lava this time. And once we've got that lava, we can take it out with the bucket and make our cobblestone generator. Oh, and that reminds me, now I put 1 clay ball into there to get a brick, and we can make our cutting board. There we are, and then that means we can turn these apples into a better food source. There we go. Take our apples, then 2 by 2, and we got fruit salad. And look at our hunger. If you look, it will flash up how much it's going to use. So compare that to what the apple was before. There we are. That will do us a lot better. We might be here a while. It's only like barely not even a third of the way. So I shall be back shortly. I'm going to smelt down the rest of this, or sieve down even the rest of this dust. So actually, whilst we're waiting for this to finish up, I'm going to quickly make a drawer because I realise I haven't shown you how to make one of those yet. So you make a chest first of all, and you want some planks. So chest in the middle, planks to the bottom to the top, and you've got an oak drawer. And bear in mind you can use different logs for these. So you can get a spruce drawer, you can get a jungle drawer, and they'll have the jungle chest textures even on there. What I'm going to do is break this chest, which I've been keeping my cobble in, and place that just there. This is almost done. And we got our bucket of lava. Sweet. So now we've got our cobblestone generator. Now these cobble generators do come in different tiers. The cobble generator will probably be fine for our needs so far, but you can get an iron, a golden and a diamond one, which will then do it faster and faster. What we'll probably go on to do is the pedestal mod, which is amazing. I've never seen this one before, and that can make cobble, it can make blackstone, ice, things like that. With this upgrade it can be used for. And these upgrades, there's loads of different ones to do different things. I haven't even gone through the full list of things they can do, but it is very helpful. But anyway, if I put this cobblestone generator just there, you can start seeing we're getting wood. We're getting cobble generated. That's the word I'm looking for. So I think that would be a good point right now, maybe, to end the episode, because I've still got to figure out how to edit all this together. Well, I know how to edit all together. I've done that at uni, but like, yeah, my brain's going dead. So I think that is a time to end the episode. Thank you for watching. If you do like my content, like and subscribe. If not, have a good day anyway. Stay safe, everyone. Bye.